The fragile ceasefire between Israel and Hamas has collapsed. Over 400 Palestinians have been killed and at least 562 wounded in a massive Israeli assault on Gaza. The attacks hit multiple areas including Khan Younis, Rafah, Gaza City, and Deir Balah. The health ministry in Gaza reports that many of the dead are children. Rescue teams are still pulling bodies from the rubble. Meanwhile, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says Hamas refused to release captives or extend the ceasefire. In response, he ordered the military to take strong action. A statement from his office warned Israel will, from now on, act against Hamas with increasing military strength. The Israeli military confirmed it was conducting extensive strikes on terror targets in Gaza. Reports suggest the attacks focused on residential buildings and makeshift shelters.
Hamas rejected two concrete mediation proposals presented by the U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff. Israel agreed to these mediation proposals. Hamas refused them. We are very disheartened by the social media. The IDF is striking Hamas terrorist targets across the Gaza Strip, aiming to achieve the war's objectives, which include the release of all our hostages, the dismantling of Hamas military and governmental infrastructure, and the removal of the terrorist threat from Gaza to Israel's security and its citizens.
Hamas has called Israel's assault a unilateral cancellation of the ceasefire. The group says Netanyahu's government has put captives in Gaza at risk. Hamas is now calling for global protests, urging people in Arab and Islamic nations to take to the streets. On the other hand, White House Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt confirmed that Israel had consulted US President Donald Trump before launching the strikes. However, no official statement has been made on Washington's stance yet. Negotiations for a second phase of the ceasefire were already stuck. Israel wanted to extend the first phase until mid-April, but Hamas refused. So far, Hamas has released around 36 captives in exchange for nearly 2,000 Palestinian prisoners, but now there are no signs of further prisoner swaps. Israel's Defense Minister Israel Katz has issued a chilling warning. The gates of hell will open in Gaza if the remaining captives are not released. What happens now? Well, Israel has not officially declared the ceasefire over, but with continued airstrikes and threats from both sides, the conflict appears to be escalating once again.